So welcome to day one of part one of the Discovery series. Now during take 10, 15 and 20, we were building up a foundation of mindfulness, if you like, so that you can then point that in a particular direction, becoming more aware of your thoughts and of your feelings. Now in part one of the Discovery series, we're going to focus very much more on the body. And of course, very often the body and mind are quite separate. Whilst the body might be sitting in the chair, the mind is off thinking about something else. Or when we're walking down the street, rather than being present with the body, we're thinking of a conversation we had the day before or planning for what we're going to do later in the day. Now, of course, in those previous programs, we've already started to bring a greater attention to the body. And in fact, just in focusing on the breath, the sensation of the breath, you're becoming more aware of the body. But we're just going to take that a little bit further. I'll talk you through the exercise as we go, but we're going to set it up in exactly the same way as we did with take 10, 15 and 20. Just starting off by getting yourself comfortable, taking a moment just to have a wriggle around and get in a position that you feel you're going to be comfortable in for the next 20 minutes. Remember starting off with the eyes open. And when you're ready, just taking a few nice big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And with the next exhalation, just gently closing the eyes. Just feeling the body sink down into the chair beneath you. As you become more aware of those physical points of contact. Becoming more aware of sounds around you, no matter how loud or quiet. Just letting them come and go in and out of your awareness. And then just bring the attention back to the body now. Noticing how the body feels today. Again, particularly relevant with this exercise, with part one of the Discovery series. Just noticing the overall sensation and then starting at the top of the head, just gently scanning down through the body. Noticing areas that feel particularly relaxed and comfortable, as well as any areas that might feel a little tense or tight in some way. Notice a tendency to perhaps zoom in on areas that feel particularly uncomfortable. Remembering just to let those go as you continue to scan down through the body. And as you're doing this, just starting to become more aware of any obvious underlying feeling or emotion as well. Just as we've done with all the other programs so far, taking just a moment to pause and reflect on your motivation, why you're doing what you're doing, just being clear in your own mind about what it is you're looking to learn from this exercise. Remembering who it is that gets to benefit from the exercise other than yourself. And as always, just reminding yourself that there's nothing to do or create here. It's just about allowing the body and the mind to unwind. So in your own time, just allow your attention to come to the breath, that rising and falling sensation in the body. Just noticing where in the body you feel that movement. Noticing the rhythm of the breath. So in essence, becoming more mindful of that physical sensation of the breath in the body. And you can just stay with that. Or if you find that it helps you to focus, you can just slowly begin to count the breaths as they pass. Just counting up to 10 each time. Now the secret to this particular exercise, in fact to all the parts of the Discovery series, is being able to note or label your thoughts, your feelings and the physical sensations. And this is done in a very particular way. For example, usually when we get distracted, we're not necessarily aware of what we've been distracted by, whether we've got caught up in thought or whether it was a physical sensation or an emotion that took our attention away. So now we're going to start to pay attention to what it is that's distracted us from the breath. And we're just going to begin with two labels, and that's thinking or feeling. So as soon as you've noticed that you've been distracted, in that moment that you realize, oh, I've been distracted, just momentarily pause and note it or label it as, oh, okay, that's thinking. And then come back to the breath. Or, oh, okay, that's feeling. And then come back to the breath. So we're just distinguishing between thinking and feeling in terms of physical sensation at the moment. So noting thinking or feeling, and then coming back to the breath. So just continue to follow the breath in the usual way. And when you realize you've been distracted, just gently pausing to label the distraction before then coming back to the breath again. And then just letting go of any focus now. Letting go of any distraction. And just for a short while, allowing the mind to be completely free to do whatever it wants to do. And then just gently bringing the attention back to the body. Back to those physical points of contact. Feeling the weight of the body on the chair. Noticing any sounds. And in your own time, when you're ready, just gently opening the eyes again. Just maintaining the posture. Still clear about your intention. Carry with you an awareness throughout the day. Particularly an awareness of your body and your physical movements throughout the day. And then just leaning back in the chair and taking a moment just to appreciate how good it feels. Taking a little bit of time out for yourself. And as you sit there, I'd just like you to think about this idea of carrying with you an awareness of your physical body, of your physical movement as you go through the day. So very often we're not aware when we're walking. We're not aware that we're sitting down when we're sitting down. And we're definitely not aware between the transition from sitting to standing or from standing to sitting. Normally we're a little bit further ahead, thinking about where we're going to or thinking about something else altogether. So as you go through the day today, I'd like you to become a little bit more aware of your physical posture, whether you're vertical or horizontal, whether you're walking or whether you're standing still. But the thing I'd really like you to notice is the transition from standing to sitting and from sitting to standing. It sounds incredibly easy, but trust me, it's quite difficult because the mind's so used to being caught up in thought. So as you go through the day, just noticing, you don't have to get up in a particular way or sit down in any special way. Remaining completely natural, but simply noticing that movement, being aware, being present